tried to believe. Now, I'm gonna keep what I'm going here, because so far this has intrigued me. Not often does a visual novel intrigue me. Story-wise. I'm getting that out of the way, because I know some of you are just gonna go, hee, what a weeb. Shit, they're gonna say that anyways. Not that I saw him as a friend. In the first place, he was the most of my classes during high school, and took that as an opportunity to start scheduling with me during our courses together. I went with the flow, following my own amusement, as in his somewhat carefree demeanor. Are we sure that dude's not the embodiment of me? Nah. That's when, one day, out of nowhere, he decided to invite me to this, I don't know, reminder, how to pronounce it. I can't call it a date, so a group date maybe? Fuck it. I know, I pressed the button. Anyway, it was this thing where a group of men and a group of women the same age and logically in equivalent numbers meet each other for almost the first time in an attempt to find love. It was obviously a cheap excuse to try somebody to empty their load into. But whether at this point I didn't matter. All that much trying to fuck someone was, as most men at my age, well, any age really, of my priorities, even though pretty much introducing, I didn't go out of my way to try and have sex. And that's probably the reason why I had no sex life. Well, when you never really went out to meet people, I could see why. So I accepted. He was kind of odd, though. He said to me, "You won't regret it. Damn. I even have a surprise waiting for you." Why am I giving all the friends like the same voice? Then laughed like an imbecile. He was an imbecile. It was only when I entered the bar we were meeting that I understood the full meaning of his words. Don't tell me. Don't freaking tell me. We're all gonna get drunk. There were 7 people at the table, already waiting for me, which means we were a party of 8. 4 boys and 4 girls. 2 of the girls were completely unattractive, fat and with a big chin, and a weird hairstyle. The other one was almost in bed with a big mouth guy, so there's 3 were unfuckable. Which was first, though, upon entering the bar. My second thought wasn't dissimilar to the previous one, but it was still very similar indeed. Surprising indeed. Dear God, she's alive! It was her. She was drinking a beer casually, talking to another dude, sports-like type. Another one who's unfuckable, but of course, not far from the same reason. Don't tell me we're gonna be getting with this chick. I'll not only be intrigued on how the heck we do this, but I hope we don't show nudity. I think I actually saw nudity. God dang it! Where's my script? I should just get out of here. This is so pitiful. It's not even funny. That's when Mike, my friend, well, quote unquote, of course, noticed my arrival and forcibly introduced me to the group. Of course, you show us si chateau. I'm gonna give him a slightly different voice so that makes it easier. Hi, this is the guy I was talking about. Hey Tim, come on, don't be shy. We were just waiting for you. Tisk. I almost checked my tongue out loud, but quickly decided to otherwise maybe be a big channel. One could be fuckable. After all, a couple of beers and in the dark, I sat next to my friend. I tried not to look over to my right-hand side of the table too much because the symmetry, ironically, it irritated me somehow. He said my name out loud before introducing everyone else from left to right. And she's right there going, I know you! I didn't remember any of their names, and seriously, I didn't want to use even the most useless part of my brain to do so. All the same, I still guaranteed everything politely until it came down to the last name. That is... Hey, no, yeah, I might as well wait. Hey, I could have introduced you to Cassandra, but I guess I didn't have to, right? Oh, don't tell me she told you she knew me. She answered with, yeah, I knew this asshole. I glare at him, not hiding my displeasure in the slightest. He is clearly expected to see my reaction as though my meeting her again will make me happy after all things as if it's a gift or something. I have a feeling we might just kill someone. How the fuck does he know that I have a history with her anyways? I said, yeah. All the while scratching my cheek, a bit flustered. Similarly, she didn't look my way all the much and only said hi in a voice that could have easily been misconstrued as a whisper. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. I was grateful for, even though I had harbored hatred for her for the greatest part of my lifetime, and probably still do, the fact that she understood my either way, the face her was what saved the little composure I had left. So even though she was right there on the other side of the table, I was still able to enjoy my life by drinking and chatting with those around me. Her posture didn't disturb me in the slightest, I swear. It was just that in the heat of the moment, I was kinda caught off guard. That's all. I wonder why. I severely wonder why. Oh, don't. Dear God, I already have a feeling of what could happen by the end of this. I have a feeling I'll still be wrong. After all, it is not like I understand the complexity of my feelings for her anymore. I had hated her for so long that by the end of high school, I had completely dehumilized her in my mind, and added to the fact that she had completely disappeared from my life. That one point that led me to assume that she was dead. Well, now we know what you thought. So it was only natural that I would be baffled by a non-human presumed dead person looking so lively and cheerful. Yeah, 'cause you freaking was a giant dick when you talked to her. It sucked, man. You need to learn to somewhat lighten up. Somewhat. Yeah, that's a good reason. She was sexy. No longer just cute or beautiful, but sexy. And she's smiling too. That's a good thing. That shows that she's happy. She had a blue skirt. That looks like a black skirt with a blue shirt. Which accented her overly seductive curves. Well, the black skirt that I couldn't see very well. No, because of the table, and her hair was loose and ended up just a bit on her chest. Don't tell me it's gonna get worse. Well, she hasn't changed much, other than getting the hair longer. I tried as best as I could to look at her way, but it was hard when surrounded by ugly girls. I still did the most and tried to look up at the Chen girl in front of me. Thank God you're showing us literally shadows. Oh God. After an hour and a half, I was on my fourth beer and on my first nearly affirmed couple. I had decided to finish the night on my own. This made things a bit completed for me. Now the only ones left were me and the fat girl. Now the ones left are me and the fat girl, my fat girl, my friend. Oh God. And Big Chin. The sported dude. Now that the only ones left were me, the fat girl, my friend, the Big Chin, and the sports dude, and Cass, whatever, and the other girl that I once knew. So obviously it became harder and harder not to interact with her. That's when the phone of the girl in front of me, Chin, started vibrating. She's shaking like crazy. She became kind of hysterical by the text. I think it was a text that she received on her phone. And she said a couple of, bad phone, no! Bad alarm! My phone is better, it only goes off! She said a couple of words to the fat girl seated next to her and took off. I still want to know what happens. So either way, I'll end the episode here. I hope all of you guys have a great and wonderful day. And I hope to see all you lovable people next time. See you.